So, like I told you guys, we are going back to memory lane. And why are we doing this? We are doing this for the sake of those people that are pretending not to know exactly what happened. It's good for us to put the record straight. Yes, we have to put the record straight so that everybody will understand him or herself on this particular issue, because very very soon, in no distant time, most of us will become grandmas and grandpas. And this thing that happened between Juju Obasi and Yo happened in our own generation, in our presence, when we are still very intact with our brain and with our mental, with our head. So in no distant time, a time shall come when our grandchildren will be like, Granny, what happened? We read something on the internet. We heard that somebody did something like this. A man impregnated a woman, a married woman, and decided to marry her. Mommy, is it true? You will be able to say, yes, my darling granddaughter, my darling grandchild. Yes, so it's true. In fact, this thing happened during our own time when we were young and vibrant. It happened. Exactly. Okay, now, Granny, how did it happen? You will be in a better position to tell your grandchildren the true story, because you were well informed, you saw everything. That is why we will not allow the lies to supersede the truth. Truth must always be there. That's why we keep on unveiling it. We keep on bringing it back so that it will be on record. You understand that on so day, that so something like this happened. Like once upon a time, something like this happened, and this happened. You get? So now, for those of you that are trying to make it look as if this man deliberately went to marry another woman, or that he got married to a second wife because his first wife was maltreating him, or the first wife was not treating him well, this video and this message is for you. Just need to refresh your memories, because I know some of you have coconut head, deliberately pretending not to know nothing. But we'll keep bringing it to your doorsteps so that you guys will reason with your head and stop reasoning through your ikensi. You ought to go. So now, this was an apology letter he posted online when this whole brouhaha started. When he noticed he was about losing his precious jewel with me. When he noticed he was about losing her, because the pressure was so high, the pressure was too much on the internet. So he now realized that I've made a very terrible mistake. I got to apologize to my wife. And he wrote this thing on his wall. We all saw it. We all had a screenshot. You understand? He started by addressing the queen. He said, to my dear wife, Queen Yol Edochie, I want you to keep on underlining some words. He recognized the fact that this woman is a queen. He said, to my dear wife, Queen Yol Edochie, I acknowledge that I hurt you deeply, and I apologize to you countless times. I take the blame for my actions. I agree with you that polygamy shouldn't be forced on anyone. You never bargained for it from the beginning, neither do I. Did you guys hear that word? You never bargained for it from the beginning, and neither do I. Him himself never bargained for it, but he was unfortunate. He went out to meet with a desperate woman that was outside, and that woman did what she did. That is the beginning of the problem. Are you understanding me? He never bargained for it, and neither do Queen. But something happened. So this is to correct that impression that you don't know what was going on in their home. Nobody knows why he married the second wife. He married the second wife because his first wife was not giving him peace. He married the second wife because KKK. This one has answered that particular question. Let's continue. He said, but I guess life happens. You already know the whole story. I didn't do it to disrespect you. I didn't do it to replace you, nor because I do not love you anymore. No, I have always loved you, and I will. Are you getting the point? I have always loved you, and I will. Even though I know he still loves deep down, even with all these things, he wish he was with me. Forget all this cover up. Is when Osbogu noticed that there's nothing he can do anymore. So he has no option than to be where he found himself. He can't even help it because May is gently stubborn. She can't spit and lick her spit. That was why the man is where he is, and May is not regretting it anyway. So he continued, I have always loved you, and I have always loved you, and always will I. I have been a good father, a good husband, a wonderful father. I have supported all your hustle from day one. I have been where I have been sure they lack nothing. You can understand what he was trying to do here. I have made sure they lack nothing, and always there for everyone. Out of 100, I have done 99 things right. Hating me because of the one thing I didn't do well. Nobody is perfect. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. Nobody except God is perfect. I assure you that nobody is trying to take your place. I have apologized to you countless times. Sincerely from my heart, I am sorry. I have always loved you, and I will. Buto Wanyoma, we can live peacefully and happily. This is the main bullshit. This is where the whole problem centered on. We can live peacefully and happily. With who? With a total stranger? With a woman that my spirit and her own does not align together? With a woman that is serving a different God and I'm serving a different God? With a woman that I don't know the kind of energy that she's moving around with? How can I live together with a woman I barely know? How can I live with a woman that have the heart to be pregnant for my own husband, knowing fully well that my husband was a married man? How can I accommodate her? And she was equally married. How can I stay with a woman that left her marriage because she saw another handsome man out there? How can I accommodate her? How can we live peacefully? That is the problem. They said it is what broke the camel back, or how do they put it? That was the real bone of contention, because when this whole thing happened, Kwame said, you all go. I know mistake is always, no one is above mistake. You have made mistake, go and correct your mistake. Go and settle that woman, let her go. Come back to me, I will still accept you as my husband, because I never bargained for divorce. I never bargained that I'm going to end this life without you. We did forever agreements, but all of a sudden it's like we are beginning to have some kind of problem along the way. But you that brought the problem, you that brought the issue, please go and sort it out. You see where the problem is? The man insisted on saying we can live peacefully and happily. How dare he make such statements? That was the beginning of the problem, and that was when men knew that everything has ended. She now moved on and refused to turn back. Have you seen it? I said I will keep refreshing your memories for those of you who have refused to understand or who pretend not to know what happened. This is for you to know the beginning and how everything happened. This man never wanted to be a polygamous man, but because of pride and ego, he wanted to shoulder it. And the Juju Ekwensu took advantage of it, knowing that this man is a proud man. You understand? So he want to be with Juju, he want to be with this person. And this one said, me as a decent woman, I cannot share my man, because me, I have not defied my own bed. I have not cheated on you as my husband. So I cannot come and be sharing. Sharing is not in my DNA. Are you getting the point? I am coming back again.